Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 18. So, last episode we had a crazy dream from Zeke where he was being reforged by this woman, and I could have been just a dream, but I feel like it wasn't. It's also really interesting because I thought about this after I finished recording. Isn't like the idea... I'm not a very religious person, so... But isn't one of like the Bibles or religions or whatnot where like the idea that man was like made out of clay or whatever, like originally formed out of clay, and it kind of gave me like a little bit of those vibes, which was interesting. We had Levi, very hurt. I mean, maybe even dead. But the way that she tried to keep them from checking his body or finishing him off, to me, says he's alive. Just her body language and the way she like treated him and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, and it's not, you could say like, oh, it's bullshit that he survived that, but he is like an Ackerman with like superhuman abilities. So, who knows what they can survive. But yeah, we had a pretty interesting, forgive me for trying to say this name, situation with Onyanpopon. I might have said it completely wrong, but that's how I feel like they say it in the show. Like, I try to listen to how they phonetically say it. Um, but, uh, but yeah, he seems like he was in the dark about a lot of like the really bad things. He really thought that they were there to help and everything and not pulling as many shenanigans as they're doing. So he seems to be flipping more towards our side versus, Yelena, who's still just on Team Zeke, of course. But but yeah, a lot of interesting things going on, a lot of fighting and everything between the Titans and all that, and I'm just excited to watch more. So let's get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. A little bit of recap on this. Yeah, we saw a little bit of this before. Actually, that makes a lot of sense as to why Armin kind of went along with it, right? He immediately came to the conclusion that Eren is tricking Yelena, so he decided, I'm gonna do that too. Hmm. Very intense looks. Long, awkward silence. Can we leave? This is a little... This is getting awkward. Hmm. Fair enough. Alright. Yeah, we were on the taking a lot of L's before. I'm excited to see a comeback. I hope anyway. I hope it happens. I will say, there's been a lot of recap in this. Like, there's been a little bit new. Like, I don't think they ran off. I think we continued the conversation with Mikasa and everything a little bit, but... Ugh. That was a pretty cool shot. Galliard jumping through the town. Damn. Dude, like, I don't mean to talk shit, but Galliard gets bodied, like, every time he's on screen. Oh. The fire in his dead-looking eye. Jeez. Oh. Who was that? Oh, freaking Zeke. He stopped the fight, though. Hmm. Okay, so I think he was trying to help Eren. But I feel like Eren was getting, like, some good damage in on Reina there. Like, I almost feel like he should have let Eren keep going. I don't know if I said this in the last video of how I wasn't doing coffee anymore because of my diet. Actually, I might not have been. I stopped doing my nighttime coffee, like this time coffee, uh, because of dieting. As of like 4 days ago, I started, but I normally do 2 cups when I wake up, and I only got 1 cup in because I was really busy. Actually, no, I only got half a cup in. I only drank half of it, and so I decided to make more for tonight. A little bit of cheating. I should have just settled on the half a cup and took the win, you know? But, but yeah. Sneak attack. Alright, Zeke here with the throwing. Yep. And this is pretty much what I talked about. Their frickin' air superiority. And then our boys are gonna come in with their gear to take out the ground forces. Did Peak hesitate? Or just... Oh shit, yeah! Okay, this is the Aaronites. The Jaegers. I don't know why I called them Aaronites. I thought it was our characters at first, and then I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's fine, too. Oh. Are they gonna do a little bit of rumbling? A little bit of rumbling? The problem is, won't those Titans become our problem, too? Like, they're still just on the island. Hmm. Damn. I wonder if Zeke's scream will reach them. Alright. Was he showing the armband, or... Or drinking Havoc caught up with him? Yeah, they're the ones that... They're the ones that had the wine. Hmm. He's unsure. Alright. Look at our badasses. What a shot, man. Oh my god, that's amazing. Freaking Yelena. That's the thumbnail if I ever saw one. I don't know, I gotta think about it. I tried my best to do as least spoilers as possible in the thumbnail. The burning airships might be too much. Okay. Oh, of course. Man, he's healed up to... Jesus! Rhina just got bodied. Holy shit. Hmm. Uh-oh. Oh my god! That is a look. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? That was so creepy. Yelena wild. Wonder what that was supposed to mean. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Oh, he's helping him get away. He's some shit if he shot his own brother. These damn devils! We must wipe them all out, they're all evil. Oh. Oh. Gabby showed a little bit of trust, yeah. Interesting. I thought she might have just seen Falco. Oh, them again. Worried about him too. They're evil. I've loved Gabby's, like, development. I'm so glad she's, like, kind of realizing. Very coincidental, but... Yup. Damn. Uh... Birdcage. And it's, like, open, like, it's, like, being free from the... Damn. Just like, hell. They look at each other. Hell of a time. Very dramatic. Hmm. Alright, that was an awesome scene. I love the Gabby stuff, it's what I've been wanting. Oh shit. Jesus. As long as he can keep his range. Zeke's pretty stacked. Oh, peak. What is she doing? Off screen? Yeah, nope. She came out of her using the steam. Oh shit. Yeah, this thing is gonna ricochet, or it's not gonna fly back, isn't it? Oh, crap! That's, not a death hit, but... Man, Zeke just can't win, man. Every time he comes into fight. I was gonna say, there's no way they took out Peak off screen. Man. Rhina has healed, and Galliard has healed, like, twice. And Aaron is still trying to heal his limp leg. Ah, whoa, it's already over? Holy shit, that went fast. God damn. Yeah, I will say it was a little disappointing having, like, roughly, like, so much recap in the beginning. I don't know how much time it was to recap, but we kinda recapped a big part of Armin talking, and then they, like, kinda came to a decision and ran off, and then we recapped a bit of the fight with, uh, Aaron and Rhina and stuff, but, I mean, it's fine. The rest of the episode is real good, but yeah, man. I'm still trying to, like, wrap my head around Yelena's face, like, Armin, like, was that Yelena's way of being like, hey, I know you're only on Aaron's side and you're not on Zeke's side, but I will still take your help? Is that kind of like what the vibe of that face was supposed to be? Because she looked like, I know you little shits are against me kind of thing, but then she softened and was like, oh, please help them, you know? So I think it was just her way of being like, I know, or whatever, but man, that was one hell of a dramatic face. Jesus. Alright, guys, that is it for episode 18. But yeah, I liked the line from Jean in the beginning where he was saying, like, he's always hated Eren, but he was also like jealous of Eren because he thought he was like cool enough. Like he said, Eren's gonna drag us all into hell, but he's cool enough to actually do it. It's like Eren was kind of that character that was like all talk, but actually like tried to really put forward all of his big talk. Like, there's been a lot of characters that have big talk, like, oh, I'm the strongest among us, but then just gets bodied and isn't very good or slacks off or doesn't try very hard, And, but Eren was always like, very goal focused and then also like actively showed that he was doing whatever he can to strive for those goals and everything. But either way, that was pretty cool. What's it called? We had Zeke show up, which is something I talked about last episode. As soon as we saw Zeke get healed, I was like, okay, are we gonna get the Beast Titan here to take down those airships? And it was. I love that shot with Yelena while they're all like flaming going down and she's just like standing up on the roof, The angle and everything was a lot of good Yelena poses this episode. The creepy one, her standing up on the roof like that. There was one more where the airships weren't there and she was standing like that with just like the bright sky behind her and like silhouetting her and everything. So very cool stuff. But yeah, we have Eren on the way to him. I mean, it's very dramatic, it's very slow. I will say it's one of those things where we've already seen Galliard and Rhina both heal from damages that they sustained after Eren took the damages that he took. Now, I know Eren's were pretty bad, like his whole like brain was out and stuff like that. So maybe Eren was just damaged more, but man, like the first one with Eren like ripping like his head almost off and we saw like a lot of blood and it looked like a lot of damage. I felt like that would have taken longer to heal. I mean, all the different Titans have different healing speeds. We do know that. So maybe Rhina's Titan and Galliard's Titan just heal a little bit faster than Eren's Titan. But with Eren's Titan being the one that like the attack Titan being the one that like always moves forward. Plus he has a mix of the Founding Titan and the Warhammer Titan mixed in there too. So it's like, you would think he'd have like a little bit quicker of healing. But unfortunately, that was one of those moments where when I thought about it, I was like, oh, it kind of just feels like they're going for, we need him to keep limping forward so we can have all these other things happening. So we're not going to have him, heal quickly. But it just felt weird with Galliard coming in for like a second strike after getting like, he was like, oh, that hit got me good, and then all of a sudden he's back before Eren healed. And then Rhina got messed up pretty bad by Eren, got knocked away by rocks from Zeke, healed that up, came running at Eren again, healed that up, and started like, or came running at Eren again, and then got another rock thrown at him. That one looked like it messed him up pretty good. And then healed again, and looks like he's about to move, like the way he was like up and moving a bit. Watching Eren walk forward. It really felt like he was gonna start moving again soon. It's like, holy shit, like freaking Rhina just healed like 3 times before Eren could heal once. But yeah, like I said, it just felt like for the story purposes, we needed Eren limping forward, so we're gonna keep him limping forward. It's fine, whatever. I'm more like dumbfounded by my just I always, one of the things you guys may already know about me from other shows and stuff is I love when like stubborn people who have like one firm belief that isn't necessarily true ends up like learning that they're wrong and is willing to accept that they're wrong, because I have a lot of people in my life that are so stubborn they think that they can never be wrong. So for me, it's very satisfying and cathartic in TV shows that to kind of get away from people like that and have the people that are more willing to accept that they're wrong and accept that they made a mistake and actually say it and stuff like that. So, for Gabby's development here, where she came here thinking they're all devils, they're all evil, they all deserve to die, and everything that she's gone through up until now, and then she has this realization, like, one, I didn't really think about it that way when Falco's brother, I can't remember what his name is, but Falco's brother was like, why did you trust that soldier? And like, my thought didn't even go to that. I didn't think she was trusting the soldier. I just thought when they peeked over, she saw Falco, and she didn't want something to happen to Falco, so she stopped her brother from, or stopped Falco's brother from like making a move, you know? Because like, what if you turn that corner and like shot real fast? Because maybe I missed it. Did they acknowledge that Falco was there? Because they just kind of poked out and then like tucked back behind the corner, and I thought all they said was we were almost seen or something, or we were seen or something like that. They spotted us. It didn't feel like they were like, oh my god, that's Falco, we need to save him. But then they started walking towards them, and so I thought maybe she saw that it was Falco, stopped the brother so that he didn't just go out, shoot, and oh no, I killed my brother, you know, kind of deal. But no, instead it seems like Falco's brother took it as she was trusting that soldier. Maybe they already knew Falco was there and just put their faith in him. So that was like already kind of a step that was really cool that I didn't even think about. But then, you know, it is a bit convenient that those guys walk past at that exact moment, and they're talking about that exact thing as they pass. It's anime convenience, you know. But they're walking past, and they're all worried about Gabby and Falco, wondering if they're okay and all that. And it's like, you know, she's seeing that these people are just nice, and then she's also seeing herself. Like the other girl that was like, you guys can, you know, worry about him all you want, but I don't. I'd kill him if I saw him again or whatever. That's like exact Gabby's attitude, you know? So she's like seeing herself in kind of what she created, you know? And she's starting to see that cycle of war, that this cycle of war just breeds hatred. And she was also saying that we were just fed this information and just instantly believed it. So, and she's like, I love that line of her saying, there's no devils here, it's just people. And that's the thing, you know? And it is like I think I've talked about this very early on, but I'll talk about it again. It's very much a thing in war, in like real life wars and everything, where they try to demonize the enemy to try to make you think they're like the biggest evil that walked this earth, you know, and it helps the soldiers like justify what they're doing. And it is a very real thing, and that's what's happening here. And she's just seeing the other side of it. She's seeing these nice people who are just off doing their, you know, like just people just trying to live their lives here. Hell, this whole island was created to be peaceful. Like, they haven't been fighting any wars for the last 100 years. Yet, look at you guys. I mean, obviously up until just recently with what they did to Marley. But look at you guys. You guys have been off warring other nations and spilling so much bloodshed. It's like, sure, I understand their, like, anger towards the Eldians being this race of people that, you know, supposedly have, you know, preyed on people for 1800 years or whatever it was, but that's not these people. These people are like multiple generations of people who were just living in peace, you know, and everyone's just people. You gotta get off the fact that they're Eldian, Marleyan, you know, whatever they want to be called. Like, it's all just people. So, but I still really can't wait to learn more. Like, I really hope before this is over we learn more about the past. Like, I don't know if we will. I've said this before, it might not be the point of the story, but I'd love to know if, like, the Eldians really did what was said, you know? Was it like what, or was it just a mix, you know? It's probably not one of the extremes of the other, because Grisha believed that all the Eldians were like peaceful and trying to create peace on Earth with Ymir and everything, right? But then the Marleyans made it seem like the Eldians were these slavers, rapists, warmongers, and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, I have a feeling it's probably just something in the middle, where they were probably just normal people, just like Marley is now, that had wars, conflicts, things like that. But at some point, they decided to, you know, super demonize them. But they probably weren't as evil as Marley makes them seem, but they probably weren't as good as Grisha tried to make them seem, you know? That's my theory anyway. That they're, you know, once again, I think Gabby nailed it on the head. They're just people. Everyone's just people, you know? So, anyway, yeah, that was really interesting. There was one part where I felt really dumb because I talked over it, and I wish I remembered what it was, because I can't quite remember now, and I'm kind of mad about that. What was the damn part? Oh, the arm. I think part of it was the armband stuff. Okay, so they're taking everybody with the black armbands, and they're gonna drive the Marleyans out. So, and I think they said everyone without black armbands are gonna be, like, the priority. So I don't know what that really means. Can I go back, like, a little bit further? Let's go to the very start of the speech. Okay, they're outfitting all soldiers without black armbands. Okay. That's priority one. Okay, I didn't go back far enough. This is what I talked over, and I felt dumb for talking over it. Or at least one of the parts. I think there might have been one other part. Sorry, guys. But I think I got the gist of what they were saying in that other part. But this one, they're saying ODM gear goes to all the people without black armbands, because if Zeke transforms everyone, it's just kind of a waste of the ODM gear, you know? So we're gonna give ODM gear to the people without the black armbands, and then the poor people with black armbands are gonna be on foot. Which, I mean, I guess a lot of the Marleyans are on foot too, so it's not like, I mean, there is Titan on Titan stuff going on, but it's not like the Titans right now are necessarily, like, actively targeting the civilians. Hell, we even saw, like, Armin, Mikasa, all their group and everything, and Galliard just, like, went right by them, you know? It's not their priority at the moment, so that's not too bad, but yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. At first I thought they were trying to say, like, all the soldiers, like, when I didn't go back far enough, I was thinking that they meant all the soldiers without red or without black armbands are meant to, like, go get safe somewhere or something, and all the ones with black armbands are just gonna be like a suicide squad going in or whatever. But no, just ODM gear or no ODM gear kind of deal. So, okay. I'm glad I went back and looked at that, because that was my bad for kind of talking over that bit. I don't know what the other part was. I would like to see it again, but I can't quite remember what it was. But I talked over it a little bit. But yeah, that Yelena face is freaking wild. I don't know what was up with that. It's kind of crazy. I just paused on it. It's so creepy. It reminds me of, like, Promise Neverland Season 1, when they'd, like, randomly pan to the people just having, like, the crazy faces and shit. But anyways, guys, I think that's it for me. Good episode. Can't wait to watch more. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. Not too much on my Patreon these days, since I'm slowing down on the reactions and stopping once I finish up all these shows I'm in the middle of, but there is still the rest of the Expanse on there that isn't released yet, and I do still post 2 episodes ahead for the show and Clone Wars, so check all that out if y'all are interested, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.